You got a 10?
Yep, I got a 10. Look at that, y'all.
That is a bullseye.
What's good, y'all? You know what I'm saying? It's Sai here, back again with another banger video for y'all, you know what I'm saying? Also, too, before you guys watch the video, if you guys may or may not know, one of my main dreams as a kid was to always join the military. But unfortunately, when I moved down to San Diego, when I was 16, I had talked to a recruiter, to kind of get the process going. So by the time I turned 18, I kind of already have everything already in the works for me to go ahead and join the service and then join the training and all that and so far on. But they said no because of my disability in my arm, and I just feel that just because you have a disability, you should not let that limit your capability, to do great things. And just because you have a disability, it does not mean nothing. You're still able to do everything just like everybody else can do it. You just may not be able to do it their way. And my disability is not a limitation, but an invitation to do great things. So that's just how I look at my disability and just everything that I just overcame, and I just feel like that was not right, and I feel like that was kind of a form of discrimination towards people with disabilities and handicaps. Like, you can't serve your country, but I feel that we can, we can do all things with our disability, and we don't let nothing stop our disability. And that's what I tried to show through my whole movement, Disabled Gang. And so I made this video, the gun video, to show that the military, the Air Force, the Navy, police, anybody that, hey, there are people into society, okay, they may have a physical impairment, but that doesn't mean that they're limited to do the job. They may be able to do the job 10 times better than people with 10 fingers, or just people who have their arms and limbs regular, and that shouldn't be able to stop you from doing what you want to do, and I feel like if you can pass the job and you can meet the right criteria and above, then yes, then you should be able to join the military, and that's one of the things that I like to shine light on with my platform, and even if people with disabilities can't do everything in the military, at least kind of open up the military to make some type of accommodations. Okay, you guys may not be able to go on the battlefield, but you guys can do the sonar, the radar, you guys might do reload check, ammo check, weapons clear, weapons check, missile launch, drone expert. It's so many technological fields to join in the military. And I feel like, just because you have a disability, once again, you should not be limited, and I feel that the military allows some type of accommodations for people with disabilities to join. I feel that the military will be like 10 times better, because you have to realize of the talent that you're kind of suppressing, that, okay, you have a disability, now you can't join. That it might be that one guy who wants to be a Navy SEAL, and he gonna be the best Navy SEAL, but you guys are letting him because of his hand. Or he might be the best sniper, or he might be the person to get the job done best, and that's something that I would like to inspire and shine light on. And and as a kid, one of my first favorite movies that I've watched was Lone Survivor and Active Valor. Those are like my two favorite first military movies that I watched. And the first one was Active Valor, and that one was based on real Navy SEALs, and in that movie they used real live ammunition. So they were shooting with real live rounds, and they was using the SWCZ team, which is SWCC, the Special Warfare Combatant Crewman team in the Navy SEALs. And one of their missions was to they had to find one of their leaders or one of their teachers who was held she was held captive and hostage from some terrorist group over in Colombia. They had a sniper, and then they had their Special Warfare Combatant Crewman team come in, and it was just a perfect sweep, just protect and serve, and just taking good people out of harm's way, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. And then another movie that really inspired me was Marcus Luttrell, and one of his missions happened on June 28th, 2005. I always wanted to, serve my country and protect my country, and that was something that I've always, wanted to do. And that movie, just really inspired me and motivated me as a kid, and said, I can't wait to go help and protect and serve my country, and like the Lone Survivor movie. So it was him and his four fellow friends. So rest in peace to Matthew Axelson, rest in peace to Danny Dietz, and rest in peace to the 28 other fallen soldiers, and rest in peace to Michael P. Murphy, the one who had made the sacrificial call to save him and his teammates. And rest in peace Matthew Axelson, the 4 Navy SEALs that had died June 28th, 2005. They had came in contact with about over 100 to 200 Taliban fighters, and you know, they didn't quit. And that's something that I always kind of take with me. You know, it's just not being in that situation, but you know, just that situation that they were in. You know, they were heavily outgunned, heavily outmanned, but one thing that they did was fight to their very last breath. You know, and don't give up. You know, and that's one of the things that motivated me. You know, don't give up. Always keep fighting to the last breath. And that's something that they did. They fought to the last breath, but unfortunately they succumbed to their wounds on the battlefield. So rest in peace to them. Marcus Luttrell, he was the only surviving one. And also too, Marcus Luttrell, if you're watching this, you know, your book was one of the very first books that I had read when I was in 7th grade. My mom had got me that book, and you know, I always hated reading. I just hated school. But that book, when my mom got me that book, I took that book everywhere I went. I never left the house without that book. I read that book from front end to back. You know, that was one of the very first books that I had read. You know, so if you're watching this, you know, I would love to do some type of videography work, interview, you know, to talk about your, you know, your war stories, just your time in the military. You know, being in the military was something that I've always wanted to do. Another person who I really watched too is Kolion Noor. He is a black gun advocate to the black community and just everyone in general about the Second Amendment. And I am a black gun advocate too, especially with handicaps. So I feel that I would like to do a videography work for you, or go down to the gun range and shoot. Another person that I also watch is Talon Sai. So Talon Sai, if you're watching this, I would love to do some type of videography work for you, or go down to the range too. Another person is A Day. That's another black gun advocate dude who I watch, you know, so salute to y'all. Another person who was in the U.S. Army, I believe he was a sniper, is Nick Irving, aka the Reaper. That's another military person that I am inspired by, and I would love to do videography work, or go down to the range and then talk about your military stories, and then just do an interview just about the military. And then do you think that the military would kind of open up some accommodations for us to join? You know, I have my career, but I would love to see someone else with the handicap, you know, be the first ones to join the military. And then also too, you know, I would love to have an experience, you know, onto the ship, you know, meeting some military people, you know, going on board the ship, the jets, the plane. You know, that was something that I've always wanted to do as a kid. I said Kolion Noor, A Day, Marcus Luttrell, Talon Sai, Vigilance Elite. He was a CIA contractor. He's another person who I watched. I would also like to do videography work and a interview about your military experience. And then also too, if there's any black Navy SEALs out there, you know, I would love to do an interview or go down to the gun range. You know, I've noticed there's not really that much black Navy SEALs in there. I think it's like 1%. And the Navy SEALs was something that I had always wanted to do as a kid. So if you guys are watching this, I hope that you guys can see the video. I will provide my business contact at the bottom, so if you guys have any questions or want to go down to the gun range, or if you guys are watching this, could you just please let me know and just tag everybody who I mentioned in this video for me, guys. I just thank you again. And also too, before we head out, the #1 way you can support the channel is by subscribing, commenting, and sharing and liking. And also too, before you leave the video, just let me know if I inspired you or if I motivated you, know, or motivated you in some type of way, you know. So let me know, guys. Disable Gang out.
You got a 10?
Yep, I got a 10. Look at that, y'all.
That is a bullseye.